Oh my gosh. I'm freaking out. I can't believe I waited this long to read this book just because it was fantasy, and I'm not a fantasy person. But after Fourth Wing, I should have learned my lesson, which is why I actually went into this novel to read it. And now I'm freaking out. It was so good. It was so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm gonna give a little review of this novel, but mainly I'm gonna say some things about how I felt because I really need to talk about it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so a quick book blurb. This is basically about a girl named Farah who her main goal in life is to keep her sisters and her father alive, which basically means not letting them starve. So when she goes into the woods and she sees a doe, but then she sees a wolf too, she isn't thinking, oh, this could be a magical creature who could change my life. She's just thinking, this could be a magical creature that I hate, but more likely it's a wolf and it's a doe, and I'm going to go ahead and kill him because I need to survive. So yeah, she kills the doe. She kills the wolf. The wolf turns out to be a fairy. And another fairy comes looking for her and saying that she broke a treaty and that now she has to repay her debt, which means she has to go live with him on his estate in the fairy world, leave her family behind, and be a captive forever. So yeah, you get serious Beauty and the Beast vibes. I was reading this book, the whole time I was reading it, I was like, this is Beauty and the Beast. This is Beauty and the Beast. This is the retelling of Beauty and the Beast that I have always craved, but never knew was out there. Why did I not read this book sooner? Anyway, okay, so Farah goes and she lives with the fairy named Tamlin, and he basically rules his little court and whatever. And she starts to get to know Tamlin. She obviously has feelings for him, but she learns that in the fairy world, nothing is as it seems, and basically everything is going wrong. And shocker, there's a curse that has to be broken. Like I said, Beauty and the Beast. Here we are. Okay, so to my review, I have nothing but nice things to say about this novel. Literally, okay. Fourth Wing blew my mind. A Court of Thorns and Roses, it was, I don't even know what to say. Because yes, it was fantasy, and yes, like, oh my gosh, I'm not but I wasn't a fantasy person. Now I can't say that I'm not a fantasy person because I'm totally all in for fantasy right now. But Fourth Wing, it had all of the action and the thrill that you wanted, but this had mostly romance, and I'm so into romance, so I was just, yeah, I was swept away by this novel. I was swept away. I was swept away by the writing because Sarah J. Maas, her writing is gorgeous. I was swept away by the characters. I was swept away by the plot because Beauty and the Beast is literally my favorite Disney movie. It is my favorite. So reading this book, I was so happy. So happy the whole entire time. And obviously you can tell that I am freaking out because I have a lot of novels to catch up on. And there may be another one according to Google. So we will see. Let's talk about my 3 favorite characters in this book. Okay, Tamlin. Yes, he is awesome. He is broody. And then you have Lucien. Lucien's this fun, cocky, comedic guy. All right, I really like him too. And then you get Rhys. All right, so Rhys is this bad boy. He is like the Damon from Vampire Diaries. He is like Damon. He's the one who's trying to pretend to be a bad guy, but he's really a good guy deep inside. And oh my gosh, I kind of wish he was there for the whole entire book. I liked him maybe a little bit more than Tamlin. We'll see. I cannot wait to get the next book and start reading the next book to see how it works out with Rhys. But, before I get into that, let's go ahead and announce spoilers. So, spoilers ahead. Literally, okay, like I said, I guess that this was going to be a chosen one theme with Farah because they kept mentioning things. They kept saying, oh, she does this and this and this, but they still don't see it. Or, oh, we've never lied to you willingly. And I was like, this kind of sounds like we're going into cursed territory that she's the key to unlocking and she's the key to breaking. Lo and behold, here we are. I am proven correct. And that's okay. I liked it. I liked the whole thing. I'm okay with predictable plot, especially when it's a predictable plot that follows Beauty and the Beast. I will never stop saying that. I like, okay, so then, I don't know, was it maybe 3/4 of the book where she gets into the mountains to face Amarantha? And that whole time, I was just like, I can't stop reading. I have to finish this now. There was no point where I was just like, I can put a bookmark here. I can stop. No, no, no. You had to keep going. You had to, because this is not a book that you just set down and stop reading. No, I had to finish it. So I get to this part and we're doing all of these trials and I'm like, wow, this is really great. This is really great. This is really great. Okay, cool. And then she asked the riddle, and I have no freaking idea what the riddle means. I literally went and reread it a couple times. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? Okay. And then she gets to the part where Amarantha is basically killing her, and she's like, the riddle, I get it. It's love. I melted. Oh my gosh. I swooned. Because, it's so cheesy that you should expect something like that. But man, did it hit my heart. It hit me right in the heart. Because she loves Tamlin. And it's love. Love conquers all. I'm sorry. It was so good. And I just sat there and my heart will never be the same. It will never be the same because it's love. The riddle is love. And to be completely quite honest, I went back and I read the riddle and I didn't I didn't quite get it. I didn't really understand it. I was like, okay, well, some of this makes sense, but some of it does not. But still, love. Love. It was love, and I wanted to start crying, and I just melted, and I'm like, it's love. It's always love. So yeah, then she dies, of course, but then she gets all these little fairy globes and she turns into a fairy. Not only that, but she turns into one of the high fairies. I forget what they call them, the High Lords or whatever it is. But here we are. And I'm just like, I would say I'm speechless, but I've been talking this whole time. But like I said, I cannot wait to see how 1 week of the month with Rhys is going to work out. I'm almost look like right there. I am almost hoping that she gets with him. But we'll see. If Tamlin wasn't such like a goody-goody, it's just, we'll see. But Rhys is Damon. Okay, so I hope that was enough rambling for you, and I hope that you go and read this book, and I hope that you comment, because I really, really need people to talk to about this book. Like I said, it blew me away, but it was amazing. If you haven't read this book, don't be like me. Don't literally sit back and be like, this really isn't for me, because it's for you. It is for you. So go ahead, get this book and read it. And then, you know what? Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think, and tell me if you loved it as much as I did, because I absolutely loved it. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, because I post tons of crazy videos like this and me just rambling, because, I like to talk about books. But that's all I got. And I will be starting the next one very, very soon.